Hello everybody, this is Sam from HiPy. This isn't actually going to be that much of a coding guide this time. We're going to do a little bit of talking about the introduction to statistics and why we would want to use statistics in Python. So there's a subtle difference between Python statistics and Python machine learning in that statistics is more analytical, whereas machine learning is more applicable towards real world situations. So people who are interested in statistics are going to be scientists and anyone who's writing a particularly scientific paper that needs statistics to work, anyone who is a statistician or interested in statistics, be that a career or just in general, and anyone who just wants to get some information, a lot more deeper information from the data that they have. So you'll see that we have some crossover in the guides. We have a statistical regression and a machine learning regression. This is a really good example of what's going on. So in the statistical regression, we will see that we get a lot more kind of analysis data, and in the machine learning regression, we have a lot more kind of ways to kind of apply that data and make predictions based from that data. So there's a subtle difference between the two. And there's a lot of intersection between the two as well. But in general, if you want to get kind of more analytical, more hard mathy results, use statistics. If you want to get more applied results, use machine learning. So what are we going to go over here in these guides? We have 3 guides at the time of me recording this video. We have one for hypothesis testing, which is the very basics of how we kind of do statistics. One for ANOVA, which is analysis of variance, which is a kind of extension of that hypothesis testing, and one for statistical regression, which is as far as we're going to go here, because any further and we're going into some very weird stuff, which is just looking at regression and how it works within a statistical environment. So the 2 modules we are going to be using for all this is the stats, I shouldn't say that, the SciPy stats library, which is the very basic one, which will cover most of our operations, and it's going to be the one that I'm going to be using the most in these videos because they are it's the most straightforward to use and the one that most people use the most. Sometimes the SciPy stats library doesn't have all the functionality that we want, so we'll want to use another library called the stats models library, and this library will give us loads more control and loads more outputs based on what's going on. So hopefully this has been a little bit helpful. As I said, this video is only going to be a little bit short because we've got no coding. We're just going to be talking about it. So we're going to jump straight into some hypothesis testing, and I'll see you then.